Oh my God, those guys are so talented. Like, just the everything. Now, I'm not sure you guys could see what was happening on stage with Da Vinci, the guy who was mixing everything. He was rocking some very a lot of beat pad equipment, and he had like vocoders in his mouth and like was like using his whole body to like press a bunch of buttons.
He was up on his knee at some point. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you could saw. It was insane.
I hope you could, because then you know.
Yeah. I mean, there was a point where he asked for water, so that he could, because he was on the machine, and he was using his hand to like really dig into the machine, and then he was using up all of the it was too much friction on his hand, so he poured water on his hand as he was still doing it, and then he continued, and it made this new and awesome sound. I've never experienced anything like that before. That was insane.
A very, very talented bunch of people.
Yeah, no, I mean, all of them across the board. I mean, just a talented group. Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Cap and I were talking about it before. Now, what would you call him, Da Vinci? Well, he's not a DJ. You described him as the whole band.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he is the whole band. How to just? Well, I don't know. I guess he's the mixer, the beatsmith. But the dude does everything. So if you couldn't see him, and at any point the rest of the band were just like stepping to the side, and you're like, I hear a bunch of cool noise, but what's happening? Imagine how cool that noise sounded, and then like maybe amplify it a bit to something completely unexpected. That's what he was up to.
Yeah, and it's also, to a degree, we were talking about it, it's taking something to that level of artistry that could so easily have been tracks. You know what I mean? Well, that obviously couldn't have been tracks, but like that group could have been working with tracks.
They could have been running off a laptop,
exactly.
as many do.
Especially groups that are just solo artists, and they're just like a nerdcore rap or something. They just press and play and letting that go.
Yeah, because that's what you got. You work with what you have.
Exactly.
They have a very special man named Da Vinci is what they have.
Man. But if it was a beatsmith that just presses play and then kind of just dances around on stage, but that is artistry. That's mastery. That was amazing.
So if you're just tuning in, welcome. Hi, I'm Cap from Nerdy Show.
I'm Colin from Nerdy Show.
And we've been your hosts all Nerdapalooza long. At the home stretch right now, Power Glove is up next, and that was Soliloquists of Sound. So we got a lot going on. The crowds are starting to filter in here. There's a whole party of Nerdy Show folk kind of communing around the booth here as things are winding down.
I do have to say, the Nerdy Show crew has staying power. Like, I see a lot of Nerdy Show shirts of a lot of the people who are left, and I just got to say, we have a great group of people that wear these shirts.
Don't puss out.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with us. If you've been with us this entire time, we may not know your faces, but we have appreciated your kind words on the chat and on the Twitters, and we really have had a great experience here at Nerdapalooza 2013.
And this presentation of Nerdapalooza 2013 is actually via Nerdy Show, costing us money to do it. So if there's any opportunity for you couldn't fly out here from wherever you are, and you enjoyed this presentation, if you could throw us a little coin, that would be much, much appreciated, and we'll send you a ton of perks in your email, all kinds of like outtakes and images and all sorts of stuff. But if you go to nerdyshow.com, on the right-hand side of the page, there's a support link. It's got a heart, and we would just really appreciate it if you could help offset the cost of this stream. But we're happy to be bringing it to you. Nerdapalooza is something that we like to share in any way we can. It's something that we would love to share with you in person, something we certainly can share with you online. We are, after all, nerds.
It's true, and it's only going to get better. This is last year was the first time that we live streamed it, yeah?
That's true.
And we have come leaps and bounds ahead from where we were last year, and I have to say congratulations to our producer, our live producer, Mr. John Laval. Nice work.
And the amazing work of Jermaine, who
Yeah,
who's been
scored us all those great interviews.
Yeah, he's been making sure things get networked. This is where's it?
Wait, if I'm here, who's driving the bus?
Oh shit. That's our live producer John Laval and Jermaine scored those all the interviews we've been doing. If you're just tuning in and you want to know what all happened this weekend, well, all this stuff is going to turn up on YouTube. So just, search for Nerdapalooza 2013 Nerdy Show. You'll find it. Head over to nerdyshow.com. When it's posted, we'll post it, obviously.
Yeah, and there's actually been questions as to how this will actually go up on YouTube. So as far as I understand it, what we will be doing is putting up each act in their entirety, but it's just the act as one video. So if you just want to see MC Lars, you could just see MC Lars. It's not the entire Nerdapalooza Sunday edition. That would be insane.
And quite frankly, I don't want to upload that.
Yeah, exactly. It would take days. So you could just look for that one act, or you can...
we'll have a playlist. You can watch it in sequence.
You could just watch it in sequence. We'll have a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday playlist where you can watch the entire thing, and we will also have all of our interviews that we had, especially like crazy interviews that we had with Yellow Peelander, or Peelander Yellow from Peelander Z. That was insane.
Yeah, there was nothing quite like that one.
No.
But we've had lots of great interviews, lots of great people like Deathlehem. We had a little bit of a dance party.
Yes.
And I mean, it's been a wild weekend of incredible stuff. If you couldn't make it out to Nerdapalooza this year, definitely keep an eye out for Nerdapalooza next time around.
Yes.
And we hope you can make it out to see us someday.
All right, now, Cap, we've come
Yes.
to the end of the evening, basically. We just have Power Glove left.
Yeah.
What's our Nerdy Show top 5 of Nerdapalooza 20?
You're asking me to assemble a list we didn't even discuss.
I know. I'm saying on the fly. On the fly. On the fly. Here we are. This is us doing it right now. What do you think?
Okay.
You give me what you think are some of the best bands that we've seen this time. Yeah.
Remnants.
Yes.
No way around it. Those guys who rocked us earlier this morning.
Oh, the Returners.
The Returners, sorry.
Yes, the Returners.
Returners, sorry. I was like, our word, yeah. And I also haven't played Final Fantasy VI. I know. I didn't think I liked turn-based combat back then until Earthbound happened. Sue me. I got in RPGs via Zelda. That short story made long. Anyway, that's my excuse.
So the Returners, those guys were amazing. If you have seen any of the other times that we've spoken about the Returners, you already know how much we enjoyed them. I bought a shirt. That is the only band shirt that I have purchased this entire Nerdapalooza.
You have many to choose from.
Yes, and if that gives you an idea, that
Also, I should probably say this list excludes the Proto-Men because, as we've discussed, they always, and like seriously, this is not even a symbol of favoritism. They just simply always hit such a high threshold.
Yeah.
They really can't even be judged in such a way.
It's true.
Ever.
It's true. All right, so what Peelander Z would be up there for me.
Yeah.
That crowd experience, being in the crowd. I don't know how it communicated via the live stream, but being in a crowd for a Peelander Z show was an amazing experience that fulfilled my cuckoo kangaroo wish in a way that allowed me to participate with a band so viscerally and so connected with the rest of the members of the audience, where I really felt like I was a part of an experience and that I had not experienced since last Nerdapalooza with Cuckoo Kangaroo.
If only we could get them on the same billing.
Oh my gosh, that would.
What would you do?
I don't know. Well, like I said before, if it was like Cuckoo Kangaroo and Peelander Z, I don't know who would headline or who would front, who would come before, because they're both amazing. But I think that at the end of that, you had expended so much energy, your heart would stop. I mean, I mean, come on, that was a lot. That was a lot. A lot.
So they probably shouldn't play the same day.
No, they're not the same. Well, at least have like a couple acts in between, like some nice chill, like some jazz in between or something like that, like the One-Ups or something like that in between.
Yeah.
That'd be really
One-Ups
cool.
played a good set.
They
Just
did
want to
play a
say
good set.
I don't think we mentioned it, but the One-Ups played a really good set. Those guys are always so sharp.
Yeah.
So sharp.
Okay, so we've
Just
got
more
the-
sound check.
Yeah, so we've got the Returners, we've got Peelander Z. What's something else that you enjoyed today? This weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Moonhooch. The guys who were touring with They Might Be Giants.
What a surprise! What a surprise Moonhooch was.
How to even define it, I don't know, but it was two brass instruments, different kinds of saxophones swapping out there, mostly saxophones anyway, and a drummer. And incredible music, the likes of which I've never seen performed live before.
Yeah, you immediately bought their CD.
I did.
We were listening to it that night.
But I'd say definitely, check them out online, but definitely try to make a show because it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
They were basically doing dubstep music without an electronic instrument. And I didn't believe it until I saw it. So.
Yes. And then, the Soloquist of Sound. For me, that was one of that. Not that many people saw it because it's Sunday and it's what, like 9, almost 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10:30. It's 10:30, and they went on at like.
And everybody's running on fumes. We've been rocking it a long time.
We have, but they were amazing, and not only. We just talked about them, and all the artists that were up in that group are quite talented. But Da Vinci is a shining star.
We're talking about like people who've like really surprised us who are new. But
Yes.
it can't be overlooked. Like Adam Warrock, Schaefer Set was amazing. Probably one of his best at Nerdapalooza.
Yes.
And Mega Ran, all the staples,
The staples.
the meat and potatoes guys who just like they cannot be overlooked. They are so good that they are the pillars of the nerd music community.
Yes. I also enjoyed another newcomer that I really enjoyed was Samus. She was great.
Yeah, she was way cool.
Nerdcore rapper girl who is studying to get her PhD as well as producing and rapping and thinking about going into the music business while she's working on her PhD. She hasn't told her parents yet that she is looking to do this as a career. And that takes a lot of bravery.
And expects they will be extremely disappointed in her.
Yes, exactly. Like to the point where she even said that she wouldn't be let back in the house. But whatever the case, she did an amazing job, and I salute her for following her dreams. She's done. She's really an amazing artist, and I can't wait to see what she does with the rest of her work.
And Careless Juja.
Oh gosh, Careless Juju.
What a time! What a time!
And I've been told by some folks on the chat, and unfortunately, they didn't do their names. It was anonymous and then a number. Said that
we still care very much about you. We
Yes.
just don't know what to call you.
It said that Careless Juju was probably like a one-time thing.
Yeah, but we've been hearing that from a lot of people, including Boar from Derpy Show, who's kind of intimate with that scene there. And I'd say probably a one-time thing is very accurate.
Yeah.
It's mostly that they're geographically quite spread out, and that's what events like Nerdapalooza make happen.
Yes, and then however, they are coming out with an EP soon. Is that true?
As I understand it, they are a band. They are not stopping being a band. It's just the actual live component of it is
Very difficult.
Yeah. So it's going to take things like this to make it happen.
So maybe you'll see Careless Juju again next Nerdapalooza if the stars align similarly. So, but that was quite an amazing show, and another morning show that like so many people didn't see because it was so early in the morning.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. Like Colin and I were saying earlier, we don't want to give you guys bad advice for like attending Nerdapalooza, but like statistically speaking, there are going to be some acts in the morning that maybe you don't recognize the name of because we don't recognize the name of them, and it's because they're there because they're new, but they may have some extremely compelling arguments for why you will love them forever.
Yeah, last year we had Those Who Fight, and they were an amazing band made up by, and it's funny because it seems like the descendants of Erdrich like have just been like putting their fingers out throughout those band members have been spreading out into different groups. I don't know if Descendants of Erdrich are still together.
I'm not sure.
It wasn't clear based on what Laura was talking about from the returners. It sounded as if maybe they might not be together, but I'm not an expert on that and by any stretch, and there was no confirmations about that at all. However, the Returners seems like a very new band that's very holding strong, and that they're looking to like really go forward into the music business.
Oh yeah, they're determined. Those guys are determined. You're gonna hear more about them, no doubt.
And Those Who Fight, who weren't here this year, rocked Nerdapalooza last year in the morning slot. And they are similar to the Proto-Men in that they have taken the Final Fantasy mythos and turned that into a musical extravaganza likes of which you have never seen.
So rules for Nerdapalooza, if for some reason this ever changes, I'm sorry, but keep an eye on the morning slots.
Seriously. Oh, and you and I both I did it today. I did the 6-2-1 rule today. And you know what? I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good. Because yesterday I was really lagging by the end of the day.
You broke 621 yesterday?
I did not get 6 hours of sleep that night.
Oh.
See, it's 6 hours of sleep, 2 square meals, and 1 shower. I got 6 hours of sleep because last night we were out pretty late after the concert.
Power Glove may be about to start, by the way. Yeah, it looks like Power Glove is starting.
I recommend try to get to those early shows, but man, this has been an awesome experience. We cannot wait for Power Glove.
Here's
All right,
Power
we're sending
Glove.
Power Glove.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the rest of our live stream from Nerdapalooza 2013 for more awesome performances and artist interviews. And if you like what you saw, click like and subscribe to Nerdy Show's channel. Also, be sure to check out all of our podcast programming over at nerdyshow.com. From comics and video games to science and technology, if it's geeky, we've got you covered.